Hey everybody, Jake from GD Honey Acres here. We have kind of a problem, but before we get into that, please give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching, by the way. About a week or so ago, I got home from work and I went to go do some chores for the cows. And this is right when I got home. I heard the loudest buzzing I ever heard in my life. I looked up and behind me into a tree, very top of a tree. I saw this big old cloud just come out of the tree in a big sphere, a huge sphere, and just flew off to the north, and I never saw them where they landed. It flew clear past the cornfield. So went through the hives and found out which one it was, and ended up figuring out that Dorothy left. She swarmed on us. So now I saw a swarm. Mrs. Jake wasn't the only one. Oh, I've noticed all these sunflowers. There's bees all over them. They're loving it. We have them all over the place. But so Dorothy swarmed and left, and they had some queen cells going. They had stuff in them. You know, there were some capped. We went through and chose which ones we wanted to keep, which ones we wanted to get rid of. And it come time to check again to see if they hatched. Well, there were some that were hatched. It was great. I'm like, awesome. Hopefully we'll get a good, nice queen and all that stuff, because, let me think here. Blanche, she swarmed too, but we ended up finding that queen. So what happened, got in there, I couldn't find a queen, but everybody was nice and calm inside Dorothy. And Mrs. Jake checked a couple days later to see if she could see a queen. Did not see a queen. I checked a couple days after that, still no queen. Loads of empty cells all over the place. There's places for a queen to lay. We should have had a laying queen by then. No evidence whatsoever of her. I've gotten pretty good at spotting queens, and I went through each frame at least 2 or 3 times every time I checked. I know Mrs. Jake did a real thorough check too. So right now Dorothy is queenless. So what are we gonna do about that? Well, got a hold of a local guy and got us a queen, which is surprising me that we're even able to get queens yet. See if you could even see her in there. Probably not. She's in there. She's not too big. She's new. She's still got some growing to do. So we are going to try and install a new queen into the Dorothy hive. Oh, one thing too, I went ahead and we put tape around the end where the candy goes. And there's a little door right here too. We put some tape around that to keep them from getting into her right away. So it'll allow like 3 days of her being in the hive. And then after 3 days, we'll go ahead and take the tape off, give it a couple more days to see if they ate through the candy or not by then. If not, and they're all still alive, we'll go ahead and release her on day 5 into the colony. Well, let's go have some fun and get after it. All right, so here we are with Dorothy. I was just in this yesterday. That's why I decided to go ahead and get a new queen. We got 4 cap supers in here. And by the way, if you're hearing the bees, there's a lot of orientation going on right now. We got 4 cap supers, so my plan is we're gonna pull this super up and we're gonna put the queen down in there in this top brood chamber. All right, I did smoke them already. I learned my lesson, smoking them. Let's go ahead and pop this up. All right, now I guess let me move the camera a little bit closer here. All right, now the first thing we're gonna do, let's see how they react. Here's our queen. Just gonna set it on there and see what they do. Do it a little bit closer for you guys. Make sure that they aren't gonna like try to kill her or something. seem interested. I just want to make sure that they're not going to try to like sting at her or something. Because from doing the inspections, it seems to us, to Mrs. Jake and I, that we have to be queenless right now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't see any like stinging going on, or them trying to sting anyway. Basically, we're looking to see if she's going to be accepted or not. She is unmarked, and she's got some growing to do. So that's something we'll have to, once we release her, we'll find her later and mark her. She is a little bit smaller than the rest of our queens. It looks to me they're trying to figure out how to get in there. I don't see any stinging motions. Because if they didn't like her, they'd be trying to sting her right now. Only time will tell, though, I guess. I do not believe we have a queen. They're trying to go head first through it, reaching down into her, meeting her face to face. I don't see them balling up trying to cook her or trying to really stab her or anything. They keep going in there with their faces, looking at her, meeting her face to face. So I'm hoping this is a good thing. And I'm going to spread these frames apart a little bit so I can kind of get her down in here some. Yeah, I'm not seeing any stinging going on, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her down. Well, let's move this one over. We'll get her more in the center, I guess. Okay, guard bees, calm down. And get that captured in there. All right, we got it pointed up. That way, if something happens to one of the little ones in there, you know, they'll not block her off. So the plan is to leave her in this queen cage. The plan is to leave her in this queen cage for 3 days, starting today. So today is Tuesday. So by Friday, I'm going to come in and see if they killed her or not through the queen cage. I didn't see any stinging while she was up top. So I'm hoping that's a good sign for us. And we'll take the tape off and let them start eating that candy out. All right, so our new queen is introduced. Hopefully they accept her. And in 3 days, I'm going to take the tape off and they'll start eating that candy through. It's not a real hard candy, it's kind of more soft. So they'll actually get through it a lot faster than they would that hard candy. That's why I put the tape over it. That way also they don't eat through it, and if someone doesn't like her, they don't go in there and kill her or whatever. But got her in there, she's installed. Only time will tell what'll happen. Hopefully you guys gain some value in this, seeing me install a queen It's sad that Dorothy, original Queen Dorothy, left us and that her daughter didn't make it back to the hive, because I'm pretty sure she was on a mating flight and just never came back. But well, different genetics. This is I think pretty sure this is Carniolan, this queen is, or mainly Carniolan. She could have a little bit more different genetics with her, but she's come from a place that's mainly Carniolans. All right, guys, I'll pray for your family, pray for mine. Say some prayers that they accept this queen, because they're running out of time. All the trees are turning yellow and brown now, so there's not going to be a whole lot of time left to even try to make new queens. I know this is probably the last queen that I'm going to be able to buy. So if I need any more, I'm going to have to take eggs from another colony and put in. Also, we do have an extracting video coming up after this coming weekend. We got about maybe 10 to 12 gallons, maybe 15, depending on how the refractometer reads, of honey that we're going to get after I went through yesterday and looked for the supers to see how well they're doing. So stay tuned for that, and give us a like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you're being well, staying healthy, being safe, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.